All right, so I guess we'll start off with y'all's names and how y'all met.
What's your name?
What's up? Yeah.
Is somebody gonna answer? Or?
I'm Nailah.
You know, this ain't somebody.
And my name is Isaiah.
AKA Ike.
Yeah, and we met through a mutual friend.
Okay.
You say your name?
Go ahead, baby. Ladies first.
I'm Nailah.
Can y'all hear her? She's kind of low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm Nailah. What's your name?
I'm Arik. This isn't my type of thing. I don't do this type of
So he's like, what?
He said the same thing, Eric, when I told him. I was like, let's do the interview. First of all, he did not remember the interview. I told him about 10 times.
Yeah. Hey, man.
And then when I ask about the questions, because he gonna ask.
Oh yeah. I'm like, wait, what? Well, we met through a former friend as well at a fight party. I think it was Mayweather versus Pacquiao, I believe.
Yep, it was May 2013.
Yeah, she just walked up.
Ours was May 2014.
That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, that's what it was. And,
she just invaded my space. My space. I'm a big space
unfamiliar.
person.
He was unfamiliar, and I knew everybody else. So I said, "Hey,
yeah,
who are you?"
She was
My name's
like
Nailah.
right here saying it though.
I wasn't that close to your
Yeah,
face.
she was like right here saying it. I'm like,
Yeah.
That was a big face first.
well, we got engaged earlier this year, January 20th, 2020.
Okay.
So MLK Day.
So coming on probably about 4 months. How long we been engaged?
9 months.
9 months.
We got engaged on June 22nd, 2019. Our wedding is September 12th.
Here's the Rona.
Okay. It's going to be 2020.
If the Rona don't mess us up, it's this shit.
It's not.
We would be gone. We would be gone.
It's not.
We would be gone. It's gonna happen.
Exactly.
God wills it.
Yeah.
Ours is December 12th, 2020.
Okay.
So 12/12/2020.
That's 2020. Okay,
Yeah.
He said okay.
See what y'all did there. Honestly, not that much. And I'm not, this is like one of the few times that my procrastination has worked out. So because we don't know, even though of course we are hoping that everything happens on September 12th. I literally have done like the bare minimum. We got the most important things. Like we got our venue in October. We paid half of that so far. We just got the guest list, so that's good. We got the colors, of course. Let's see. I got my dress. So what else?
What are y'all colors?
We decided on the menu. We decided on the caterer. So we got like a lot of the big things that people like panic about beforehand. And also his mom got the rehearsal, dinner location, and all of that good stuff. So we got some good stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that we hadn't gotten.
Yeah.
What you saying, Nailah?
You got the important stuff out the way.
Exactly.
I want to be nosy for a minute. What are y'all colors? I'm sorry.
Bruh, I couldn't.
Yes, you can. What's the colors? I believe in you. What's the colors?
Don't believe me.
That's love. That's that faith. You gotta take it. You gotta have that faith in them. I feel you.
What's your groomsmen's colors? What are they wearing? What's the called color? Mauve.
Yeah, it's mauve. Like Jay-Z said, it's mauve. It ain't pink.
It's mauve. So
He said, Mom, what's that?
I tried to.
He didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was either, bro.
I
But
was
it's like
confused.
it's like
Mom.
Pink's cousin or something.
Yes, it's like a mix between kind of like the color that whatever Garrett got covering up the screen. It kind of looks like that.
Oh, that's
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes. So mauve, olive green, those are the main colors, and then like the offset accent color. Well, the accent color is gold, and then the other colors that are kind of just be like sprinkled throughout would be like a coral color, and then like a taupe kind of ivory color as well.
Well, see, this is the thing right here. All right. So the way that we even got into I don't really, but I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay, so we already knew what we were heading towards, basically.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the ball was in his court to push it along. So
Mhm.
while people are asking, when's the date? When are you getting married? What's gonna happen? I don't know. Go ask him. I don't know. So essentially that. So we started as friends, and then he came out the friend zone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, I see.
he stalked me a little bit.
Oh, whoa. That is that's not how
He
that
said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa."
You got it all right.
that's really not how that
No,
happened.
he started as really good friends. We ended up clicking
Yes, we were friends
after
for
I
a
popped in
very,
this bubble.
very, very long time. Yeah, like that because after she popped in my bubble, I kind of was like, who is this little person that just keeps invading my space? Now, everybody else that knows me at the party, except her, know how I am about my space. Don't really come in my bubble if I don't know you and I don't invite you. I don't take kindly to that. But so after a while, I invited her to Life Center, and I don't know if. Like, I don't know if you guys understand outside of, I mean, I'm glad you guys are here now. I don't know how you guys were before you got to Life Center, but Life Center is a very prophetic church. So the first time I invited her as a friend, I had a lot of elders come up to me and ask me, when are me and my girlfriend going to, and when am I going to ask the question and stuff? And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Like, so it once we got over that, and then, Dr. Mary started kind of, throwing little hints at me and stuff that I needed to go ahead. And then, you had other folks that was like, yeah, go ahead. And so we knew we had thoughts. She started a Pinterest board, the little Pinterest thing. She started Pinterest board. So she already had started planning. And I think that most young ladies do that coming up. You dream your dream wedding. You're going to think about, I want this colors and this, that, and the other. And you really just be planning all the other stuff without the most important part, who you marrying. So my wedding's going to be this, that, and the other. Okay, so who's the groom? Like, I mean... So we had some ideas of things because we knew where it was going, because of the prophetic gift that was in Life Center that kept mentioning stuff. They would never directly say it, but they was throwing out some real strong hints, like I can't wait to go. When y'all cutting the cake, so stuff like that. Like
like old people say.
Yeah, right. Right. And it was a lot, and it was like, it wasn't like once or twice, it was like on a weekly basis that people, I would get text messages and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute.
5 years.
for 5 years.
5 years.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But yeah, so we had it. She had an idea, then I kind of was like, okay, but she knew me well enough to know what I wouldn't like. So she was pretty much pinning stuff that she liked, that she know that I would be like, okay. And she would stay away from stuff I'd be like, nah, that ain't,
No
that's
pink,
not it.
no gold. Super bright.
Well, I'm not I'm not a bright person. Our colors are black and white. The wedding planner kept trying to make, kept trying to throw an accent color in, and I'm just like, I don't really think you need an accent with black and white. It's just, it's a real classical, elegant type thing. So you don't necessarily need an accent. Well, what if we put some red on them? Why don't you have the groom wear red shirts? Red to the wine and all that. I'm like, first off,
something a little flat.
Like, yeah, everything don't look good on. I'm light skinned. Everything don't look good on me. You can't just be throwing colors out.
Right. So pretty much after we changed it, I mean, this was recent though. Then he started getting excited, and everything's in black and white. Pinterest board, everything black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white.
Yes. We were really just starting to look at venues when it's hit. So that, that kind of hinders, our ability to go visit places because they're all shut down. They're not deemed essential. So that was the biggest thing to us. I mean, we still came up with a couple of places because we, due to recommendations and stuff like that, we've got some places, but it still was like, it wasn't traditional, like, oh, babe, let's go look at this place, check this place out, or, something like that. We just missed that. We missed the opportunity. I think we only looked at like 2 places, and then everything went left. Yeah. So, it was like,
One thing that's just really and truly hurt my heart is that Hobby Lobby is closed. Okay, that is my favorite place to go. And like I think it was week before last was their last week open, and we went and we got some stuff, and then the next day we found out that was when all non-essential businesses were closed. And I'm like, dang, there was so much stuff that I could have got while we were in there. So that's one thing, but I know we'll have to order a lot of stuff online. And then another thing too is that so what Ike and I decided to do is that since I'll be like designing everything and like making all the like centerpieces and stuff like that, is that we gave ourselves a monthly budget for decor, and we just will put our money together, and then every month we'll purchase something. So we had just put like our money together for March, and we were going to start buying stuff. And then it's like, there's certain things like we were going to purchase all of the flowers, and the flower warehouse is closed. So, and they get all of their flowers from China. So it's just like, they're not getting a lot of stuff. So they can't really be open for business. So that's one of the biggest things that's affected us. So prayerfully and hopefully, once, I guess we'll have to find somewhere to order online. I don't know. Ordering flowers online is kind of iffy for me. So I think that just buying decor is probably the biggest thing that's affected us. What would you say?
I don't know, just basically where you really need to put your money at. You know what I'm saying? Like, just going through this stuff financially, like, it's just a lot going on. Like, you don't know when nobody's going back to work. Like, it's a whole bunch. So it's just basically financially, where do you need to be? Like, where do you need to put your all at? Like, it's just a lot. Sometimes it's like, does the wedding need to take a back seat for us to get groceries or pay bills? Like, it's just money that you set aside. The money that you set aside for one thing, like, it switched. And it's like, is this survival money? So, I don't know. Hopefully everything starts back up so we can just go back to exactly what we had planned. So, I think that's the hardest part, just financially just trying to put things in different spots without it affecting us.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Man, we don't put too much money down to call it a wash.
That venue.
Right.
No, I don't know, man.
It's kind of hard to say right now.
Courthouse looking real good.
I'm like, look, man, let's just, basically everything that could get done at the ceremony that you can do that we wanted to get done at our ceremony can really be done at a reception.
True.
Except for actually doing the vows. You know what I'm saying? You'll do and even if you wanted to, you could transition that. Because my idea in the beginning was, why are we doing a separate ceremony and reception I don't see why we can't just combine them and do it everything together. People are already at their chairs. You ain't got to worry about no time or people transitioning nowhere. They're already there. As soon as you say I do, plates can start coming out. You can go, you can go take pictures, have them eat hors d'oeuvres or whatever the little things called that you want to put out in a little tray with the stuff on it, the food and the picture, little stuff. and stuff like that. But from a financial perspective, like, to me, I think it actually kind of is working out in our favor because, we hadn't been that far along in planning. You guys were a lot further within us. So now what our biggest thing was finding venues, because the way that I was explaining to her, I was like, we got to find something, because everybody that had plans to get married right now, guess what they're doing? They're rebooking for later on in the year.
Yeah.
So we got to beat them to December to get our date. And that was a really hard thing to do from from perspective, but a couple of places are cutting deals right now.
50%.
Like giving 50% off, cutting deals.
What?
Yeah.
50%
Because
off.
That's tied into it. Yeah, they give 50%.
Right. And so, and I'm an accountant, so I'm a financial person. So you got to look at all of the revenue. Typically, all of the revenue that they're missing right now, they're going to have to try to make it up somewhere on the back end. But there's a mad rush, assuming, because you got folks saying that the economy or the country should be opening up by summertime. So you got a mad rush of people that are delaying their wedding from this month, pushing it back a couple of months and trying to get those spaces so they can charge whatever they want and pretty much get somebody to pay that. But at the end of the year, stuff should be smoothing back out, and you book so far in advance that you like, look, you play them against each other. So it's actually we're fortunate in that sense, but from a financial perspective, when it comes to the food, because that's the most expensive thing. After the venue is going to be the food and all of that stuff. What kind of food is going to be available? Because they talking about shutting down.
Dang, man, you ain't even that. You just made me think about this. Dang.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
We just came up with the menu.
So
No, I mean that's good though.
No, that's
we
good.
hadn't thought about that.
Well,
So-
see, but now's the opportunity to kind of think about that type of stuff, because I think and I'm not trying to say it's always about finances, but that's how my mind's trained. You think in form of finance and I guess in a thought process of finances and stuff. For example, our guest list. It started out really big. Most of them were on her side, but I was like, look, after we get married, we want a house. We want to go on a pretty good honeymoon. So my thought process is always, here's a budget. Now, where are we going to allocate stuff? If you take from one, downsize in the number of people, you take that and put it towards a house. So it's always about, a give or take type situation. You gotta understand the opportunity cost, so to speak, which is basically what's worth it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many people you guys have on the guest list, but September is right around the corner. Are airports really good? If you got people coming in from out of town, are airports really going to be operating at full staff? Are they going to be able to get flights? Are they going to be able to book hotel rooms? We don't know at this particular time. So to me, it's like we're in this weird wait and see time period. Because I know everybody's not even going to be able to travel. People aren't going to want to risk being in an airplane with folks that you don't know and you don't know where they came from at this particular point.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's just a lot to think about, and it all can be summed up. And I hate to say it like this, in the term of money. Yeah. Some people you either saving money or you're going to overspend, and so, like I said, you got to decide where you want to put it. Is it worth putting it there? And then after you even decide, you got to determine how you're gonna put it there. And right now, stuff is slow. It's slow for everybody. The economy is slow right now. This $1,200 that we about to get from the government. Oh, that's gonna look real good. But guess what? That's gonna probably have to go get some bills.
That's gonna be blown the first day you get it. Somebody might pay rent with it or something.
Right. Already spent. And so
Okay.
it's tougher. It's definitely tougher than it would have been ordinarily. But I think this is also an opportunity as well to reevaluate what's the priority of the things that you want to have at the wedding. You know, I wanted 3 or 4 groomsmen, you know, but I know one of my groomsmen right now, he owns his own business. He's not getting no business right now. So he may not be in a position at that time. I mean, God forbid, I hope he is, but you got to think about the reality of the situation. He may not be able to. So a decision has to be made. Am I going to cover him because this is somebody I know I want in my wedding, or am I going to have to, you know, just not have that person in? But then when you do that, she's got, if you minus one person on the groom side, you got to minus one person on the bridal side. Yeah. So it's a lot of give and take right now. So stuff is tougher, but I don't think it's inevitable that you can't work it out. You just really got to analyze the situation for what it is. And then, you know, pray about it. Because I believe God going to restore stuff, then some. I look at all of this as being stolen time, stolen money from the enemy. The enemy, the Bible says, when the enemy is caught, he's got to repay you 7-fold. I'm believing that.
I don't know, like you said, because it could be a risk for older people, you know, like our parents got to be there, her grandparents, you know. And, you know, Black people, we're not in the greatest health, some of us, you know, and right. I didn't even think about that either. It's just a lot. Like, even this interview is just making us just sit back. Once I get out this interview, I'm probably going to have to go outside and take a walk, because it's like, I ain't even think about none of this stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff we hadn't thought about that you just said, Arik. I don't know, because I've just been trying to be optimistic. He's more realistic about everything. And like, man, I don't know. But I'm like, no, God has us. So, but like, it's like that's every day, excuse me, every day since last week, like I've had a different one of my bridesmaids to like reach out to me, because nobody had been saying anything to me. But one of my bridesmaids told me that they got a whole nother group chat, and I have 9 bridesmaids. So one of them were here. So one of my bridesmaids told me that they have been talking about like what the backup plan is going to be. So that kind of like changed my mindset. So I'm like, okay, so y'all are kind of worried about it too. And that's just something that we haven't necessarily thought about. But I will say that I just thought, so because I has a lot of family members, and a lot of them weren't going to be invited because they live in South Carolina. So we were going to do something in South Carolina anyway, probably like a big cookout or something like that. So I don't know, maybe that'll be like a plan B if we have to push it back to another day. But I don't know. we don't know, but that's another thing that I'm saying, like my procrastination has been a benefit at this point, because we haven't sent out any invitations. We haven't told anybody who's invited. So nobody's really been questioning us about it, which is kind of a good thing. So we still have some more time to think about it.
So let me ask you guys this, and this is me putting on my accounting and financial hat. Are y'all deposits non-refundable?
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like, even if we pick back up, it's just, you're gonna have to be paying so much at one. I don't know. Somebody gonna have to. This out of our hands. So I'm pretty sure somebody would be willing to negotiate, but you never know with people, because it's affecting everybody. So. But
luckily, we've only paid one deposit, and that was for the venue. Of course, it was still the biggest of all the deposits, but that's the only one that we paid.
Nah, the rehearsal dinner, the deposit has been paid. The food, all of that stuff done. I'm not saying we just got it. That stuff is done.
With 2 things.
Yeah. Well, let me say this to you guys, and I'm sorry, I know we're getting off topic. People are always willing to negotiate. Yeah. Always. All it takes is a phone call. All you got to do, what's the worst that can happen if you ask? Hey, if things are not rolling, you know, economy-wise, by the time y'all's date come around, what can we do to kind of minimize the financial impact on us? Or do you guys have a backup that we can potentially use or something like that?
Yeah.
All you got to do is ask. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably a little older than everybody, because I'm 37. So my mindset, I think I have, and I have a 12-year-old son, so I have to think about all possibilities from every angle. And so the worst that could happen is they can say that there's nothing we can do, but it never hurts to ask. And this would be the time to ask, because just like the economy's starting, hotels are they ain't doing too well. That was part of the huge bailout that was being debated, is what to do about, you know, airlines, hotels, all these places that make accommodation for travel and stuff like that. What's to do? So I would suggest that you guys, at least at minimum, give them a call and ask them, hey, based on how things are looking now, when that time comes around, if we're not able to fulfill our end, or you're not even able to fulfill your end, because believe it or not, contracts have clauses in them. Okay, so you got to be able to know that, and this is something that we're not, as Black people, we aren't always taught, is that we as a consumer always have a way to negotiate. We just got to be able to ask, and if you don't know to ask, then you don't risk losing out on something without at least asking. I talked a lot for us, so I'll let my lovely future to be.
Okay. So what has brought us closer? I was like, wrap this up. Okay. I would say that we've taken the time out to slow down, at least try to slow down, and to have more attention brought back on the both of us. That's what I would say.
Attention?
Yeah, well, not attention, that's a bad word. So make more time for one another, because when everything was up, moving, we was moving fast with it. So, and making sure that getting back into work together, things of that nature, doing a lot more stuff together. Yes, wedding together, but definitely now together.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, go ahead.
I'll say because we live together. So, but still living together, it's different, because like you said, like we go to work, we come home, we may watch a show or two, and then we're like, we're out. We go to sleep. But now this is week 4 of us being, quarantined together, and it's honestly been really good, like, because we've never spent this much time just us together. So like, it's just allowing us to like learn more about each other, I guess, on a deeper level. Like, what are some things that I like to do because I have all this free time? What are some things that Ike likes to do because he has free time now? Like, so, and I think it's cool because like, we all know like life is a cycle. So this is not the first time something like this has like affected the country or the world. So, and I told him like on week 1, I'm like, babe, I'm glad I'm doing this with you, because I'm sure it'll happen again at some point in our life together. So we're going to have to experience, and I think it's cool that we're going to do it now.
And it'll happen for you guys too, Brandie.
Yeah.
It'll definitely happen. I get a sense that it's going to be some surprises, and it's going to surprise you how well things are going to turn out.
Okay, with the big blessings. Hey.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And after sober, we're going to have a cookout, hangout, something.
Okay,
yeah, we can, definitely.
We got the grill on the balcony.
Right.